Hey viewers, welcome to another game with the Casual Pro Gamer. Today we are doing a Nautilus game, and Nautilus is being picked here not because this is such a good game, but because Kyle Scorpion, the one who's playing Nautilus, is actually the one who attended me to the fact that this exists, this replay mode. No. Hang on. Observer mode. No, that's also not it. Spectator. That's it. Spectator mode option in LoL replay. So if you have LoL replay, please set the go to the options screen, which is if you open the LoL replay software, go to the top right, and then there is a gear icon there. Click on it. It says options. And then enable the spectator mode, because then I can actually go in here and actually watch other lanes as well. As you can see, I see the HP bars of everything. I have all of the updates, and that is exactly what we want. So I'm still going to follow around Nautilus, but at least when he dies, I can go to other lanes. So this is in his own words, not a very interesting game, so we are going to fast forward through most of the game. The problem is that because I'm using the replay system, every time I fast forward or go to the normal speed, it switches to another champion, because the fast forward and such from the replay system use 1, 2, 3, 4, and these champions are selected by 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3 would be fast forward, so I switch to Rise, and 2 would be normal speed, so I switch to Sejani. That is obviously not what we would want, but it is something we will have to deal with. It's the same as what we used to have. We used to have, if this guy buys a ward in position 3 and I fast forward, I get the ward selected, which is kind of useless, but yeah, well. I have put several requests on the forums already in the past, and I will do so again, because with this new option it is even more important to get that fixed. But yeah, we obviously would like to see that in a different way. So again, coming in here, and since Varus is already low, he does get the first blood, and yeah, then Master Yi is totally going to snuff it, and they pick up a second kill on Xin Zhao. So well done. A nice gank coming in all the way from the back. Had he come in here, this wouldn't have worked. Because he came in from here, the dredge line was an easy hit, and he is going to attempt to help his mid laner, as you can see, very low. And he did distract them long enough for the mid laner to get out. So I know he's going to stay in. Yep, he is. And I just guessed that. No, he stayed in because with both of them gone, nobody gets this experience, and that would be, well, bad. That would waste experience, and you don't want that. So yeah, Nautilus, haven't seen him in a while. He is still a good champion, but there are just many other champions that fill the same role, and he doesn't really do very well. Well, with his items, he can only fill one role, so he's only a tank. And if we look at other junglers, they can fulfill the role of tank, and they can also go for other roles. They can also do the damage, or well, help their team out a little bit better. Obviously, this Nautilus is just amazing at CC, and yeah, if he gets hold of this Rise, we will see that. But yeah, the auto attacks, they give you stuns. The Q is kind of a stun. This one is not a stun, but that's the only one. This one is slow, and this one is also a stun. So You have so much CC just as well as on Sejani, who is currently disconnected, but will come back shortly. Yeah, there she is. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. Yeah, he has a lot of CC, so he can assist his team very well in the late game. The problem is just if he gets fed, so if he gets like the 4 kills in the early game, he cannot really, well, snowball from there. He's not really a good counter jungler. I think he even gets counter jungled quite easily, because he is pretty slow. Obviously you can build runes on him to make him faster, and I think that's what happened here. He has movement speed 373 movement speed. It doesn't say. Yeah, the base movement speed I think is 300, and yeah, the boots give you 30 more. Boots level 2 give you 50 more. So he must have something like movement speed quint or something like that. So Warwick coming in to gank here, but yeah, there's nothing to gank. They're hiding at their turret, and they saw the Warwick coming. So 3 wards out for this purple team, as you can see. No wards out for the blue team. So the blue team has no idea what's going on. And are we going to use that to our advantage here? Nope, we're going to just ward the dragon. And that's not a good place to ward, just for those of you who are interested. And is he going to be able to pick up this kill? Oh, with cannon coming in they should have this, but cannon is going to die here. Yep, due to the ignite. I was assuming it would just be an auto attack, but it was the ignite actually finishing him off. It's all the same. He did die for that kill. Yeah, I should have been a little more careful. I think they had that kill anyway. Although I'm not sure. Hang on, there was this guy. Yeah, he has exhaust flash, and his flash was used pretty well recently in that that fight, in fact. So they should have known that he didn't have a flash, or rather, Cannon should have known he didn't have a flash. And well, Cannon actually died with his heal up, or that just came up. That could also, yeah. Well, I'm going to assume it just came up, because that would otherwise be very silly. I mean, you don't engage with that low HP if you don't really need to, because even if you get the kill in this case, it's still only a 1-for-1 trade, so it's not a good deal. So using some skills to get some raids here, and yeah, the mid lane are dying to these a dive from Warwick. So yeah, Warwick actually diving the turret and then running all the way over here and running back, but they're not going to be able to catch him. So nothing is going to come of that. So let's go watch the top lane. I have nothing better to do. So the top laners killed each other one time already, and therefore both of them are 1-on-1. It's 46 to 29, so Teemo is dominating this lane in minions, and I think this guy is dead. Oh, nice flash. Yeah, of course I cannot really keep track of who has flash up and who doesn't. I know it's all here, but it is really silly. The way it's positioned is really silly, and I'm not going to keep track of that. I'm not even going to attempt to. So going back to the raids, he is farming up a little bit, and yeah, in the bottom lane we see Varus dying. Here we see a really aggressive move as well. So both of them pretty low. I don't think, oh, missing the dredge line because of the stun, and yeah, I don't think he can or they could actually have gotten that kill. So they gank more there to prevent the Warwick from getting back into the lane, but he went back into the lane anyway and indeed gets killed. So that's well played on Fizz's part. Yeah, the gank was just there to show himself and to make sure that Warwick stayed back. And then when he did come in, Fizz, well, recognized the situation as being, well, you're dead, and went in. Just killed him. So with Nautilus out of the lane all the time, there haven't been a lot of red buffs taken. I think he hasn't had his red buff all game. And that means that the ganking potential of him is significantly lower, because it allows you to it allows you with to slow enemies. And even though he does have a slow and he does have several stuns, it is still very useful to have that red buff with you. And oh, a little bit of lag there. So we are going to red buff gank top now. And yeah, this should work. Come on. Yeah, an easy kill. And actually zoning out this enemy jungler. And they do see Warwick coming in, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem for Teemo. Oh, Teemo, dude. Yeah, so that's a real shame, because Nautilus was dead anyway. Teemo was not in any danger, but he decides to go in anyway. Nautilus might have escaped if he had his flash up, but obviously he just used that to escape from another kill, or death rather. And yeah, so they do see the Xin Zhao walking around here. But only Xin Zhao is not going to really be able to do anything. Is he really outside the bush? Yes, he is. Cute. So we are currently at the double golems, and we can actually help out in top lane here once again, so you can get another kill here. Yeah, it was a little bit unfortunate that the last kill, well, that there was a kill, 2 kills back for that. But yeah, well, they do say, or they didn't notice the ward being placed, obviously. But this Rise now has 3, or had 3 wards, and now has 2 left. So you should realize that if he has 2 wards, there's probably a ward in this lane somewhere. So we are going to jungle once again, and I think we will fast forward for a little bit. Hang on, I'll lock the camera to him and fast forward a little bit. Oh, with the locked camera it will actually work the way it's supposed to, so I might be able to use that. So the ultimate going off from both of these champions, but are they going to be able to get kills back? Yeah, they are going to get 1 kill back, but that's all, nothing else. And another 2-for-1 trade, not a good deal obviously. But yeah, well, sometimes you cannot avoid that. At least they did get the kill. And yeah, as I said, immediately giving away 2 kills upon dying. So blue buff being stolen here by Sejani, who is not a very good counter jungler, but yeah, with no jungler there and no reaction from the bottom lane, this is going to be a very easy blue steal. So Raid's being taken, and then she's going back home. Rise in the meantime just hammering away at this turret, but he is really low on damage. And Teemo actually coming up behind him. He teleported to this mushroom, and he is going to get the easiest kill in the book. There we go. Getting that kill on Rise, no problem. So yeah, they really need to back out, but Warwick wants to have the timer on that red. Red is going to respawn at 20:15 or something like that. Because it spawns 5 minutes after it's been destroyed. Yeah, that Warwick really did no damage. Maybe he should go for the Legend Commentaries build. Anyhow, yeah, the Shijani coming in to get the kill off here, but it's not going to happen. Or rather, the others were probably trying to get her. But yeah, nothing is going to come of that. And is this Warwick? Yeah, he is going to run into the mushroom, even though he saw it being placed. And I guess he just wanted it out of the way while nobody was around. Because running into that when you're trying to run away from someone, that really sucks. Not only does it do like 600 damage, it also slows you, and it gives an assist if there wasn't one. So Teemo getting nuked down here by these two. And are they going to pick up this kill? No, Ryze is going to be fine. Yep, there we go. So Ryze not getting killed, actually getting the kill there. And that is very unfortunate. So Cannon in a 1v2 situation, but does have the tower on his side. And is just going to pick up these minions, and no problem. So he does know there are two champions very near, and he's just going to stay at his turn. So red buff is being stolen by this blue team. Because obviously that is the way it is. That is the way it goes. Once you lose control of your lanes or of your jungle, you start losing your buffs. Teemo actually getting the kill there on Sejani, who had been doing a good job until then. Sejani was actually, I don't know, 3-0 at that point. And Teemo gets the kill on that, so gets some extra gold for that. It's not a lot, but it's still worth it. Obviously it's worth it. Any amount of gold is worth killing someone for. Not any. So Ryze getting slowed here by the mushroom, and they're going to get an easy kill here. And there we go. Kill going to Nautilus, who didn't have a kill in quite some time. He's 3-3 now. It's not bad. It's definitely not bad. You can do a lot worse with a champion that is considered, well, as a pure tank. And yeah, let's look at the overall gold values here while we have a look at yeah, who's ahead. Sejani and Varus are doing very well on this team. On the other team, the same amount of gold for Cannon and a little higher gold for Teemo. So Teemo is the one to beat. Teemo is the one that's going to do the damage. And as long as Nautilus knows that in his late game he needs to protect that Teemo, he needs to make sure that Teemo doesn't get sniped by the enemies, then all will be well, and they will be able to yeah, to get some nice damage done. So unfortunately Fizz misses his ultimate here, but they are going to pick up one kill for 2 once again. That is very unfortunate. They did pick up that one kill, but they had no way to escape. So yeah, not a really good engage, obviously. So Cannon pushing this bottom lane, pushing all the minions into the turret, not taking out the turret itself because he knows there are enemies coming. And he is safe. So Sejani is going to attempt to at least get some of these minions. And yeah, the blue team is now up by about 1.5k gold. And the 1.5k gold are definitely not, well, crucial. They're not game defining. But what is game defining is the fact that Varus is doing very well and Teemo is doing very well. So Sejani, yeah, it doesn't really matter that much. But the Varus being or doing very well, yeah, that is going to cost them in the late game. Obviously Teemo can counter that pretty well, and also the cannon can do really well in the end game. Can do a lot of damage with his ultimate, assuming that he goes AP, and no, he is going AD, and doesn't really have a lot of AD items here. So yeah, Nautilus running into the bush, but they could see him coming with all of the wards on the map. They have 2 wards here, so they sniped him while he came in. And that is unfortunate, to say the least. So, what are we going to see? Varus doing a little bit of harass here in the bottom lane. Well, everyone is just staying safe at their turret. They know they're behind, and well, they're only 3 kills behind. It's not major. They know they're behind, and they just don't want to overextend versus this team. And yeah, you can go aggressive on someone like Warwick in turret range, because he dies pretty easily if he doesn't have lifesteal, and with the lifesteal debuff from Fizz, that should be pretty easy. So who's this? Ryze is standing in the bush waiting to engage. On the other side, yeah, Xin Zhao came in, and Xin Zhao is going to die here. And Cannon going really aggressive and actually getting a lot of things done. Wow, I'm impressed. So it's a 3-for-1 trade, and this is the first one that actually went in their favor. So for the first time they almost are equal in kills. They're still about 1k gold behind. But if they go for Dragon right now, that 1k gold difference is 0. And both teams will be equal again. Not that I expected them to go for Dragon now, but yeah, it would have been a good idea. Nautilus going back to jungle. Cannon also going to take some jungle minions here. Even though he really doesn't need that, he needs to go bottom lane, pick up these minions. And yeah, with this oracles, this dude is now a very high priority target, because she is taking, yeah, I know I said dude. She is taking out all of the wards, which is not good, to say the least. And they are not going to be happy about that. So they are going to be able to take the dragon now, because they know there are no wards out. They know that the enemy team cannot see that they're doing dragon, and they are going to get that no problem.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed. So that's in top lane. Teemo making them pay for the fact that nobody is here. And Ryze is trying to get the blue buff, but he really doesn't have any damage, it seems. Although he does have, yeah, he does have a very reasonable amount of mana already. It just seemed that he was having some real trouble getting that to work. Yeah, well, that's just the way it is. So yeah, I missed a big fight in the bottom. No, here. And oh, this is not a good fight for the purple team. But they do, if they get this oracles, all will be worth it. And oh, that was a shame. The ultimate from Yi just came up when he died. And he would have been able to chase this and at least get the kill. But yeah, this would be a very high priority target, because the 400 extra gold that she spent on that oracles, yeah, you need to take that as soon as possible before she can actually make that into a game advantage.
Purple team's turret has been
And
destroyed.
they already turned that into a game advantage. So purple team's turret has been destroyed, and to be honest, I really didn't like those two sound files. So the blue team's turret and purple team's turret being destroyed. It seems so aggressive. But yeah, well. I guess that's because the original the original commentary, well no, not commentary, voice files, they were recorded when the game was first made. This one is made just for the replay system, because before that you had no blue team and purple team. You had enemy team and your team. So there's no reason to have those sound files. Yeah, I guess that's why. So, wow, a lot of damage going off there by especially the Varus, I think. Because I think he now has Infinity Edge. No, he went for Bloodthirster and Phantom Dancer. So yeah, at least they have a lot of damage now on them. And Master Yi taking out a blue turret, not pushing it any further though, even though he could see 3 champions here, and there were 4. But yeah, he could see 3 champions. He could have easily pushed this turret and probably got that turret without dying. As long as you keep your ultimate up as Yi, you should do pretty well against any number of enemies. Because you can just run out. Or kill them, depending on who they are. But in Warwick's case, it's probably better to run out than to fight him. So yeah, the whole team now arranging somewhere near mid. Okay, Teemo split off to the top and Nautilus to the bottom lane. But still, they should just group up, push one of the lanes. Doesn't really matter which lane. These outer turrets, or no, these are the inner turrets, right? The inner turrets are still pretty easy. The inhibitor turrets are the one that actually cause you problems. So yeah, let's move along a little bit. So we are going to focus the camera on this guy. And yeah, the enemy team grouping up near Baron now. And they are spotted by this team. So yeah, 2 champions doing Baron here. And Teemo is actually on the... Well, it did actually spot that. And they couldn't get it, or... I don't know why they stopped. Did they see someone come in? No, there are no wards. So... yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. And are they going to get the oracles? Yes, easily, easily. So come on, come on. Yeah, they take down the Varus without any trouble at all. And they're going to get a free turret with that. Because, yeah, well, what else was going to happen there? So they need to push on to this one now, because that is really hard to get if all 5 champions are up. And with only 2 champions up, well now 3, but there were only 2 champions up. They should have used that to take down the turret. And unfortunately that is not going to happen now. A nice meditate from Master Yi, who ran out a little bit too late. Should have ran back 1 tower shot before that. But yeah, you need to run back when the turret shot is just about to hit you, because then you can get out of range before the next one is released. Well, depending on where you are, obviously. So, getting a nice amount of damage done on this, well, it's about 1/3, but it's not going to matter. It's either you destroy it or it's still alive and it's just doing its function. Because unless you actually kill it, the protection of the turret is still there. And well, you're not going to be able to sneak an inhibitor. But at least they did some damage to it, and the next push they might actually get it. So they actually have Cannon as an AD carry who doesn't have a very long range, but at least they do have an AD carry that is ranged. So, oh, they do have Teemo. Teemo has a pretty decent range, but he's not really. He's building kind of the bruiser build, which is a lot harder to get killed with that, but you also get some less AD damage. AD damage, that was kind of double, because the D from AD also already is damage. Yeah, you get less attack damage, less physical damage, making it harder to take down the turrets. Oh wow, this Ryze really not paying attention at all. Didn't see the Teemo coming in, and how did that not hit? He ran through the pool, it should have hit. So nice job there. They did get a 2-for-1 trade, and this is once again the time to just push the lane, push the middle lane, or just get both of these. So yeah, double stun there, which is completely useless. One of the ults could have been saved, but they're not going to pay for it, it seems, because the rest of the team is just standing back. But yeah, double ultimate being used, which means that they're not going to have an ultimate on Warwick or Sujani. Varus still has his ultimate though, and that's also a snare or stun or whatever it is. Don't know what it's supposed to be. Immobilize, so it should be just a snare, but it doesn't mean that it actually is, because these tooltips are kinda random. So the enemy team getting the red buff, getting their own red buff, and yeah, the blue buff finally going to this guy, unless he got it from a kill, but anyway. Fizz can use the blue buff pretty well, and yeah, he got it from a kill, I guess, because Nautilus has both of the other buffs. Or he did the enemy blue buff? That could be. Hang on, let's see if I can actually. Oh, that's just not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted at all. I wanted to have the F keys. So no, they didn't take enemy blue buff. So they must have gotten it from a kill. So anyhow, yeah, the tower now being pushed, even though they are now ahead in kills and in gold. Oh no, never mind. The blue team is ahead in kills and gold. Still. Yeah, they are, however, about equally matched in strength. So they can actually do a good job if they team fight now. They just need to make sure that they get the right person first, which is Varus. Varus needs to die really early in the team fight to make sure that he doesn't kill the whole team, because he is the AD carry and he is very capable of taking down a whole team if he is good at playing his champion. Same goes for Cannon, by the way. Cannon has the stuns and well, his ultimate is 2 auto stuns, and then he has his skills. All in all, you can get quite a bit of stuns off while doing your damage, because you don't really have to break the... well, yeah, whatever. Getting the kill there. You don't really have to break your DPSing, so you can just right click someone and then yeah, use your ultimate anyway. And yeah, the ultimate, as I said, is 2 free stuns without doing anything. Cannon unfortunately dying there. I don't think he. I don't think that the cannon actually has lifesteal yet. No. Well, he has Wriggle's Lantern, so yes, he does have lifesteal. Just not as much as this Varus. Varus has way more lifesteal. Oh, Teemo all the way sneaky in here. And how can they see him? Oh, they see him because there was a ward here, so they know he's there. And he just flew out of the, well, flashed out of that and was trying to get the kill there. It was the smartest thing he could do. Really unlucky that there actually was a ward. Would have been so good if there wasn't a ward. As he could have taken down like this dude or this dude quite easily and then flashed out or get the dragon. But getting the dragon is a little bit harder because the jungler was in fact there. But yeah, his from the Teemo's what's it called? The blinding dart. Yeah, that does quite a bit of damage. So it's pretty possible to get the last hit on the Baron if you can time everything. Yeah, where are you? So once again, back in the jungle, doing some jungling. Because what else do you do in the jungle? And it seems that the blue team is getting kind of anxious to start, well, farming the enemy jungle. But there is nothing there. There's nothing anywhere except on the lanes. So Dragon just came up and the blue team is going to go for that. They are now 4 kills ahead and they are 5k gold ahead. And now they're 6k gold ahead. So the purple team is really behind by now. Although, yeah, 6k gold is not as much in this late game as it is in the early game. Obviously it's the same amount of gold, but relatively speaking the power difference between the champions or between the teams isn't that big. So Fizz trying to get out and actually successfully gets out. Master Yi getting a kill there. And they are going to get all of these turret shots just for free. And Fizz is going to die here. Well, not actually die. His Guardian Angel will be triggered. He is going to go get back up. And yeah, this guy also has a Guardian Angel. So he's not going to die anytime soon. And yeah, so many turret shots taken, but yeah, because of the lifesteal and the fact that they have just a huge amount of HP, they do get out. Teemo escaping at 20 life or so, and actually managing to get out anyway. So the enemy team doing what the purple team hadn't been doing all game. They do push the lane now finally, and only get 1 turret for their trouble. But yeah, they do have Baron, which also makes up for the fact, or well, you know, explains the fact that they could tower dive with such great ease. Once again, this Warwick getting caught by this team. He always gets caught off. Yeah, uses his ultimate. That was completely unnecessary. I don't know what the cooldown on that is. Let me see that. It is about a minute. Yeah, so you might as well use it. Yeah, okay. That's correct then. Because the death timers are also about a minute at 40 minutes into the game. Well, they should be. It's based on level, I think. Maybe on game time, but I'm not actually sure. It should be based on game time, of course. But I think it is also partly based on level, which is fine. But yeah, the game timers become longer and longer, and that's why it should be based on game time, because an ace in the early game does not mean that the best team actually is winning. It just means that one of the teams has, well, either has a little more luck, or has a superior early game team, and that shouldn't be, or you shouldn't be able to just ace the enemy team or kill 4 of them and then destroy their entire base. While in the late game, yeah, every kill needs to count, because otherwise this game would go on forever, and that is not the intended gameplay here. So once again the Warwick ultimate coming down, and they, oh, the purple team actually focusing the right dude this time. Varus is going to go down, well, his Guardian Angel being triggered, but they are not going to be able to pick him off. They focused him even though he had his Guardian Angel up, and that was fine, but they forgot that the rest of the team was there, and they stood there waiting for him to respawn. And Teemo is the only one left. Teemo not really in a good position to defend this at all. He is not going to be able to do anything here. So he's just going to have to wait until well, they come into range of these 2 turrets. Purple team's inhibitor has been destroyed. Yeah, it's really not a good voice actor there. So anyhow, the purple team surrenders. No real surprise there, because they were really behind, and with the death timers at about a minute, the enemy team, yeah, could just slaughter the Teemo and get the Nexus, because even if Teemo tried to defend, he wouldn't have managed. So thanks for sending this. We got a good look at, yeah, what the spectator mode actually brings to the table. It is a little bit harder to control for me, and I hope that people don't go complaining about me missing kills, because I'm not trying to get all of the kills. I'm trying to get a good overview of what's going on in the game, and if someone just nukes down another player, obviously I'm going to miss that, because I don't watch games before I cast them. I cast them live. It's the only way to cast and get actual emotions in there, so actually be surprised about something. And yeah, I hope you can appreciate that, because if you can't, then that's your problem, not mine. Anyhow, yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I will see you next time. GG.